What's Happening in These Streets is a program designed and created to talk with the unknown soldiers of yours and my community. Their gifts has been rewarding to the old and new by providing sources and resources to fulfill the needs of the people. You can find me at basementpartysociety.com BPS live video. Take time to view as you learn about what's happening in these streets. Welcome to What's Happening in These Streets. As we present, you can find me at home with Albert White, legendary blues man. I want to thank you, Al, for this interview and your participation in this momentous event that we're about to.
You're quite welcome. My pleasure.
Yeah. Thank you so much again. So I would like to know, starting out, where are you originally from in America?
I'm originally from right here in Atlanta, Georgia. I was born and raised here.
So your family was here?
Yes.
Oh, okay, because you know a lot of people migrated from around Atlanta out the southern parts of the state, and then they came into Atlanta. So that's why that question was posed.
Yes.
So how long have you resided here in Atlanta?
I'm sorry?
How long have you been here in Atlanta?
All my life, just about. Yes, I was born right here in Atlanta. Grady Hospital.
Grady baby!
Yeah, I'm a Grady baby.
You know that, now that's some historical information when you say you're a Grady baby. You know, so yeah. And actually, I guess we'll just go ahead and have this conversation that I would like to know what inspired your music adventure to know this is what you wanted to do.
Well, it goes back when I was about 8 or 9 maybe.
Yeah.
My uncle, which was Piano Red Dr. Feelgood.
Oh, that's your uncle?
He's my uncle.
Oh man,
yes.
small world.
I used to, as a kid, when he used to practice his band in the living room, and I used to sneak up on the front porch and watch the band, rehearsing his band.
So what was his genre of music? What kind of music did he play?
Well, he's, of course, he's piano player, gut bucket music, old way back in the day.
Yeah, that gut bucket was that raunchy way back blues.
Yes,
more like
yes.
I can't really kind of put I can visualize what kind of music it was, like that swing kind of music, right?
Well, yeah, his style like a ballroom.
Ballroom?
Yeah.
Ballroom? Okay.
Yeah.
Like waltzing and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Was it like that?
Saloon type stuff like that. He was in several movies doing back in the day.
Wow. You know, it's amazing how we are connected with people that we don't even know we're really connected to. So, and when you say you lived in Atlanta, what area of Atlanta did you live in?
Buckhead.
Buckhead.
Yes.
Now, see, we didn't even know that Buckhead actually had people there of color, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so
right around the corner from the governor's mansion.
Really?
Not before.
Is that near the Lenox Mall now? What they have, Lenox Mall? Because I'm sure that was before they developed that area.
Yes.
Yeah. So what was it like up there in Buckhead? What was it like living up in Buckhead?
Well, it was. I was, of course, a young kid, young kid, and we moved there out of Buckhead until up in Brookhaven, Georgia, which now is called. It was part of Atlanta, but now they changed to Brookhaven, Georgia.
Right. That's over there, that River Highway.
Yeah, that's on the part of
Yeah.
up that way.
Okay.
So I moved up there and went to school up there. That's where I finished school.
Was that Pebblebrook School, high school up in there?
It was Shamley High and Linwood Park High. Linwood Park High. That's the school that I finished.
Yeah, you know, actually having this history right in front of me is really an awesome blessing to have, to have to sit down with you and talk about Atlanta, your uncle, and the inspiration that was poured into you, right? So when we talk about our inspiration as far as creativity, as far as musical creativity, where does that come from? Does it come from your soul when you create your music? What's the inspiration there?
Well, I'm gonna say when I was watching him rehearse his band, and what really inspired me was his guitar player.
Okay.
And that's what I took the guitar.
Okay.
And I was looking through the window and watching his guitar player.
Who was that?
Wesley Jackson. His name was Wesley Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching him, and I knew then that's what I wanted to do.
I understand, because you know, I can think back when I was growing up here in Atlanta, and we used to be out on the back pretending to be some popular group, me and the kids in the neighborhood, and we used to play cans. Remember, we used to play on a garbage can,
Yeah.
and actually had a good beat going on.
Yes.
You know, so I think in the South we've always been musically inclined.
Yes, I've been around the music all my life, just about. And my mother's brother had a gospel group that they used to practice the gospel.
Okay.
And so, but you know, say I've been around music.
So having been around music, and you got the gut bucket, and then you had the saloon, the down home, really bluesy blues like Millie Jackson, that kind of bluesy stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
The real old blues. I just come up through that because my aunt and them used to have what we call chilling supper.
Right.
Fish fry.
Okay.
And we was doing that. I was coming up and doing that, and then when I started learning how to play the guitar, so making a sound, doing this, and we used to stay after we moved. We'd stay. It was a liquor house right next door to us.
Yeah.
And they used to have fish fry and stuff there, and we used to play. And a friend of mine, his name was Marion Smith. We grew up together. We used to sit in front of the house and strum on the guitars and play the thing for tips, and that's how we made our money to go to the movies.
Okay. Okay. How much was the movie back then, Al? How much did y'all pay for the movie?
Well, the movie was about 25 cents, something like that. 25 cents.
So, yeah, I'm trying to date you to let the audience know that you're really not a young blood, that you have some history and some experience, you know. And when you talk about the Chitlin circuit, and you know, during that era, it was like black and white, but one side was black, one side was white. Was that the time still?
Yes. When the city auditorium downtown Atlanta, they used to have shows there. Okay. And they used to rope it off. The white was upstairs, the black was downstairs, or vice versa. Wow. And I'll never forget that I went with my sister to go see Clyde McFadden, Ray Charles, and they was coming along. Okay. And in fact, the white people was upstairs. Oh. And all the black people was downstairs. Oh. But then the music got so good, the white people start coming downstairs.
And mixing in?
Mingling with the black people.
You know, that's amazing. I think, you know, actually, music is universal. It brings people together, and for that moment in that time when the concert or the performance is really happening, people forget their personal hatred amongst each other, and in that moment they come together and congregate as one.
Yes,
that's the power of music. And since we're talking about that, why did you choose the blues? Why was that the music for you?
Probably all I knew, all I heard.
Okay.
Was, blues. Right. Didn't hear a lot of jazz until I was growing on up. Okay. But mainly blues. And then when I said a while back something like gut bucket blues, that type of blues stuff. Yeah. And
And you remember the jug? You used to in the jug and get that sound to get a kind of percussionist type sound.
Well, yeah. I remember some of that. Yeah, was coming up. Yeah. So mainly, the piano players. Okay. Piano players and people would get beat on box the drum or whatever,
Right.
you know, just
So,
to make a sound.
yeah, you said that you attended Chambly High School up in that area. Did
Linwood
you?
Park High.
Yeah. Did you study any music in high school?
Yes, I was, when I was coming up, and, you know, I didn't talk too much about that, because I got kicked out of the music. I was
You wouldn't play when they wanted you to
well, I wasn't paying attention, and all that, you know, and man, another friend of mine, his name was Melvin Jackson. We signed up for the music thing. Yeah. And, I was played drums when I was in high school.
Okay.
I was a drummer.
Oh.
But we wasn't paying much attention. The instructor was trying to teach us everything, and cause we talking and
Well, you know, I think as a musician, and you started early having your idea of what sound you wanted, kind of deterred you from the what we call that, the simplicity of a scale and all this stuff.
Oh,
you know?
what? Yeah, I didn't know a lot of that, and which I have to reverse and come back up a little bit. When my uncle noticed me playing a little 4-string ukulele.
Right.
I used to go to his house on the weekend and spend the night of the weekend, because he had a little kid, and he had brought him a little old toy ukulele, and I had picked it up, and I was messing with it, just playing, strumming it, and I saw him looking, you know, and was listening. Then I saw that he was telling his wife to come in, and I heard him say, "That boy, they're making some kind of sound out of the thing." Yeah. And I think he might be a good little musician. I'm going to send him to my guitar player. And so that's what he did. He sent me to his guitar player's house every Saturday to take guitar lesson from him. So he would call the cab, and the cab would come and pick me up and take me to the guy's house, and he taught me music, and then for 30 minutes, then he called the cab for me to come back. My uncle used to pay for that. I think the cab was about $75, something like that. And so, and it was taught me the roots of the music. So and I was thinking then that I got it. I ain't got to know all that, which was my mistake, because I had a perfect ear. But so I could listen to something, pick it up and play it, and do that. And so I decided I didn't need to go to him, to the music guy again. And that was my mistake.
That's okay, because we learn as we grow.
But I learned because I doing that.
And then you say that you also played on the road show stages when they had the...
Back in the day, he did a lot of that.
Tell me a little bit about that.
I don't know too much about it until when I started playing with him, and then I'll back up again and say he was after me after I was getting up teenagers, after me to come and join his band. Because everybody said I was getting good at doing what I was doing. But I never would go with him, because I had my own band from school. We formed a band and called ourselves the Little Rockers, and we was playing, we was playing some pretty good music. And I was the type that I would hear. I had a perfect ear. I would hear new music come out from the radio, and I said, "That's the song we're gonna learn. That song we're gonna do this." And I learn it. Then I come and show the other guys.
So you had what they call a person who played by ear.
Yeah, yes.
You could hear the note, boom, 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 boom. And I think a lot of us really started out with an ear, playing by ear.
Yes.
Now, I studied.
Yeah, I was going to say a good example was Earl Garner. Earl Garner was the guy that wrote Misty. The keyboard player.
Misty.
Yes. Look at me. Yeah, that was composed, written by Earl Garner. And a piano player had took music a lesson in his life.
Right. And then actually the best music comes from a person's ear. And you know why that's so to me? It's because it's more spiritual.
Yeah.
You're more inclined to the universe to pull in this feeling and present it. Wonderful thing. Yeah. And so also I want to know, like, okay, I know you're moving and you're grooving and you're doing stuff with your music. Have you ever been over to the other side of the pond, you know, like London, over in that area? And if so, what was that experience like?
Yes, I've been just about around the world playing my music, and I hooked up with the Music Makers Corporation, and we did a lot of shows. I've been in Australia about 7, 8 times or more, and I've been in London and Switzerland, Italy. I've been all over the music, and the peoples over the seas and stuff love blues music, you know, and so that's what we was carrying over there. A lot of blues doing that, and they loved, and they was real nice to people, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
Different place and time, and the appreciation
how they appreciate. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And you know, still today in the UK, I listen to radio in the UK, right? And I get promoted because we ain't getting paid. So I listen to Solar Radio, and Solar Radio takes us around all the different genres, like WRFG.
Yes.
Right? They go through all the different genres and go way back, right? Because they appreciate our music.
Our music, yes.
They have more respect for our music than we have for our own music.
Yes, that's the reason you were hearing a lot of people said, there were our people said, hey, keeping the blues alive. You like to keep your heritage, your blues stuff alive. Cause when you was out in the field, I've never been out in the field because I was a kid. I didn't go out there and pick no cotton.
Right. Okay.
Like that,
okay. Yeah, because you had a different lifestyle.
I had a different lifestyle, but they just keep it alive. Don't take your blues, what you did. A lot of people did start taking that for granted, and then before you know it, you're losing your heritage. Everybody else, you know, you're losing it.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
because I think this is the purpose of why I do what I do with what's happening in these streets. When I talk about what's happening in these streets, I'm talking about what are we doing within our community that is a hidden gem in the community, like yourself.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I just happened to be searching the internet. I was Googling blues people, and your name came up in the Google search, and it came up, I think you're in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
And so isn't that up in Tennessee or Kentucky? Which one is it?
The blues, I was in the Blues Hall of Fame. I was in Macon, Georgia, where they had the blues, or what they had.
It's another one. It's another one that you're a member of. They have you associated with them. That's how I found you. So I remember the Macon Hall of Fame, you know, Blues Hall of Fame. But I think you're up in Memphis as well in that Hall of Fame too.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I hadn't seen it. I hadn't been up there to see it yet. But
you are.
I did that.
And so that's a great thing to know. So also, what was your first professional label or recording, and who did you play with?
Recording, I would say that our recording was, my first recording was with Clarence Carter.
Oh, wow. Clarence Carter.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was it like working with him?
It was, I would say he was a nice guy. It was back in the day, it was Calvin and Clarence, I think it was. And we did a song It's All Over Now.
Okay.
And I was playing guitar on that song with them.
Okay.
And I met him, because Clarence was the guitar player, Calvin was the piano player.
Okay.
And you know, and the guy.
So you were like lead on that? lead guitar or something?
Yeah. They want a guitar player in the thing, a lead guitar player.
Okay.
So they was on Peacock Records. So you probably don't know that.
I think I recall Peacock.
Duke
I used to read
Peacock
the
Records for
labels.
well back in the day.
I don't know why I did that, but I would always read those labels. It was so,
Yeah.
back in when it was vinyl, it was like 100 labels under one umbrella.
Yes.
Like you had Brunswick Records, remember them?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
see?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and if we're talking about Clarence Carter, who else did you play with that people would know today?
I did stuff with Hank Dollar.
Okay.
I played behind Dionne Warwick.
Oh, I love her
when
music.
she was just coming up, and I have pictures of that.
She was a beautiful queen.
Yeah,
She was
that. And then I did a song in Arkadelphia, Arkansas, with at the Armory. It was a base there, the Army base there, and we was up there playing. I was with my uncle then, and we had to play behind Patti LaBelle.
Oh, okay.
And she was with the Bluebell, the Patti LaBelle and the Bluebell.
Right.
And I thought she was the most beautiful girl.
She was.
I was just,
You had them dark skin with her.
Yeah,
That's pretty good,
though.
That's good though, because they were really gifted and beautiful black women. And I think today we kind of get outside ourselves, getting caught up in the cosmetic stuff to beautify who we are naturally.
Yeah.
And actually I read that we are so beautiful that the Greeks thought we were so beautiful that they named 2 constellations after the black woman because of her beauty and her physique. Yeah. But see, I was like, oh man, see, it's interesting to just read and learn stuff about our heritage. And that we, as black women, are the most imitated people in the world.
Yeah.
Right? So that's phenomenal information. And so, but see, that it takes people like you to pull it out, to bring it out, right?
Well, yes, you being yourself and your name get out there. Like I did a movie with Steve Martin.
Oh, okay. I remember him. Is that the Laughing Man, Steve Martin?
Yeah, he was
He did that variety show, Laughing.
maybe did but Steve Martin, he did he was a comic and
Saturday.
thing.
Well, Abdul, my cameraman has all the information.
Saturday Night Live.
Oh, he did Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, and I did the movie. I was playing somewhere, doing something, and another guy, I'm gonna call his name after you probably know it. His name was Grady Fats Jackson. He was a saxophone player. He blew 2 saxophones at one time.
Wow.
He had a tenor in his hand, half on it, and he could blow both of them. At one time. But anyway, they was looking for a musician to be in this movie with Steve Martin, and so we went to audition for the movie thing, and we got this. We got the raw.
Wow, that's all right.
So,
that's all right. So
we did that, yeah.
So life has really been good to you in your in your musical aspect, right?
Yeah. I would say so. So I've been to Apollo and all that kind of stuff that they're playing, and I thank God I'm 80 years old now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be 81 in December, so
That's
a couple months.
yeah, that's
so.
wonderful.
But I thank the man of God for allowing me to keep doing what I love doing.
And I think, as we continue to do what fills our heart with joy to bring to other people, that is the piece that keep us alive.
Yes.
I believe that. I believe that as long as you're doing what makes you feel good within you to bring to other, it keeps us alive.
Right.
And so also I wanted to talk about, were there any tragedies you experienced to affect your musical career?
When I was on the road, back in the day in the late 50s, early 60s, there was still segregation was still there. You know, we couldn't go here and couldn't go there, but we was on the road, and we would stop at little places to get food, and they tell you the blacks go around in the back to be served and all that kind of stuff. I've been through all that kind of stuff, and would get stopped and be called the N-words, so, you know.
Well, you know, we were in the South.
All that, yeah.
We was in the South. But let me ask you, speaking of that, being in the South, and you over in Belgium, Switzerland, Australia, were you ever addressed with the N-word over there?
No.
Okay.
Never.
And then if you really look at it, if we look at it for real, over there and over here, the Americans were like heroes over there. Whether we were military, whether we were musicians, whether we were actresses, you know, like your Nina Simone's over there, like your Quincy Jones over there. And then you all came back here after being welcomed and given such wonderful treatment.
But you get back here, it's a whole different ballgame.
Yes, it was, but I also believe that the hatred was driven by an unknown source. They don't even know why they hate.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What you think? Having experienced that, what you think?
Well, over there, you know, you welcome in their house, you want to sit at their table, eat with them, everything, you know. They didn't look at color like that. For as what I can see. Now, they may be different behind closed doors.
Right.
But you didn't see a lot of that.
But do you think it because you were a celebrity in their eyes, and they were feeling like they were in a space where that would make you equal to them? Because
yes, it did. They would make you feel, if you wanted something, they would make you feel like you know.
Okay.
You were that.
I think, you know, and speaking in terms of that, I feel like we still have a long way to go.
Yeah.
But like we said earlier in the interview, that the music brings everybody together.
Music to soothe the savage beast.
Right, exactly. And that was a reason why they had that statement, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So thank you for that interesting information too, because I think a lot of people misunderstand the differences in those times. And actually, we could do a whole historical thing in just that, you know, how it is over there, how it was over here, and growing up and stuff. But for the sake of time and information, we're going to go with what tragedies have you experienced that affect your musical career?
I don't know where to be safe to say that really affected my career, but I would go back to the chilling circuit deal where the black people would fight and shoot each other. I walked in a place, and the band walked in a place where the guys get to arguing, and they pull out the guns, start shooting and cutting at each other. Wow. You know, and by me being a young kid, I was scared. Yeah, that kind of stuff. And, you know.
So was that at the like the Sugar Shack kind of club? You know those Sugar Shack, the Dewdrops. Was it those type of clubs?
Yes, it was one club in particular. I would say in Monroe, Georgia. This guy's name was Dan Young. I think his name was Dan Young. He had a blues club upstairs. In a funeral home, mall downstairs.
So whoever got killed upstairs, they brought him downstairs.
And,
oh man,
job there. I was
That's really
with the Rockers a band there, and our singer, which was name was Columbus Jones. We got there. The other guys had already was up there setting up, and we came a little late because he wanted me to wait for him and to ride with him down to Monroe. So we got to Monroe, Georgia, and we parked, and we was going through the front door upstairs, and where the stairs go up like this, and two people was arguing with each other. We didn't pay any attention. We walked right between them, and by the time we walked between them, they would start shooting at each other.
Wow.
And
Did anybody, your people get hurt?
the guy that I was with, he got hit,
Wow.
and he didn't know he got shot. When they started shooting, and we started, everybody was ducking and running. We was running on up the stage, and he went up on the stage, and his brother that was playing bass with us, he saw him. He said, "You bleeding?" You know, he got hit right in the leg.
Wow.
And when he saw that, that's when it started hurting, I guess. You know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
They called the ambulance and took him to the hospital, along with the guy that was shooting, that was downstairs, that was shooting upstairs.
Whoa.
And the guy just died on the way to the hospital.
Wow.
And I said, and I was all shook up.
I bet you were.
Yeah.
Man, I've been
That
shook
kind of
up
stuff.
too.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
But you know, for some reason in the South, in South Georgia, in those rural clubs, that was the behavior. I don't know why. It could have been because somebody drank so much, or somebody said something to somebody, woman, or somebody had shot the wrong, cracked out, and still wanted their money. It'd be some stupid stuff. But that's today. We still deal with that today.
Oh yeah, it was the younger people.
They'll shoot you. You bump them, you dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyway, getting back to you, and basically, I was more or less thinking family. What about family for you? What does that entail for you?
Family, my family. Yeah, I was married. I got married. I was 18 or 19, I think it was.
Okay.
And had 3 kids. I didn't go to the service. I was 1A, and they reclassified me because to a 3A. That means I wasn't on the front line of the front thing. And
Wait a minute, what are you talking about? 1A and 3A, what is that?
Well, that's how they classify you. 1A
What's
to
that?
3A. If you're 3A, you know, when they get drafted, you.
Okay.
Now
Okay. So you didn't go to the war.
I didn't go through it. I didn't.
You know, a lot of people was ducking that. You know, I heard Maurice White talk about him and Verdine White, how they also avoided being drafted, right? And there were certain things you had to do in order for it not to happen. Because see, when the Vietnam War was going on, when I was coming up, there were these guys in my neighborhood too. They were like, they weren't trying to go nowhere. So I understand that, because war is really, is what is that? War is hell. You know, Edward Starr and Freda Payne and all them singing these songs and stuff about what that war meant to them. So I can understand that. So you was a 3A, you was a 1A and not a 3A. And how does that play with your wife?
Well, I didn't get drafted because that was great for her, you know.
Right.
Anyway, yeah. But when I was doing my music thing, she was kind of jealous, if I could say, because you playing those children's subjects. You know, they always want to start at 2. I mean, at 10 to 2.
Right.
You start at 10 o'clock and you finish at 2 o'clock.
Mhm.
But by the time you do all that, and break down, go change clothes, so we wore uniforms back in there, and do all that, then it's 2, 4, 5, or 6, and then you come coming in the house at 6 o'clock. And I was like, why? Y'all get through it. Y'all finish it at 2 o'clock. Yeah, baby, but you got to know we got to take down the stuff, got to go change, take down the stuff, got to load it up, and all that kind of stuff. And because you want to sit back and relax, sometimes we might want to go to the Waffle House or stuff like that. But she that was hard for her to swallow.
Understand.
So,
That was
you
hard for
come
her
and
to
go
understand.
with me. Come and go with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
So what did that make you feel like though, Al? What did that make you feel like? Your woman accusing you of stuff and
well,
you know
she didn't, because she was young too. She was young too.
Okay.
But when I told her, I took her with her a couple of times, and she saw what was going on. Hey, we come, I go like this, and we had to go to the dressing room and change, all that, to go set up and everything. Then we had to come back and do the show, and then take it back down, go back and change, get out the tux and stuff, go back and change. And then I noticed her, and she's over there like that.
She was asleep.
Yeah.
She couldn't hang.
And to come back, and then I asked her the time, so we planned at the play today. You want to go with us tonight? And she cursed me out. Hell no. You know that.
That's
kind of stuff. So that was good.
That's right. So how long did you stay married?
Until she passed, I was married. We celebrated our 7th anniversary and everything after that.
Wow.
She passed away. It's not like before the pandemic. I was playing a lot. We were playing a lot, you know. But that pandemic affected everybody. So you know. So now it's coming back around. So I don't go to Australia like we used to a lot. But now it's coming back around. Now we done got invited back there again, and so I'll be going again probably next year.
Well, I got my passport, so you need some handlers to.
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah.
Okay, but listen. So as we close, do you continue to dream, and what is most important to you now?
It's important to me now, but like my health.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, I'm 80, going to be 81, but I'm feeling good, and hope my health will keep me going. Because as you get older, your legs will start hurting and all that kind of stuff. But other than that, I'm good. I hope that just good health and everything, and I'm gonna keep doing what I love to do. Just as long as I can. Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you for this historical moment in time with you for our sit down today, and the lesson learned on what's happening in these streets as you presented it. It will be more than value to me to gather a lot of more information about you and that epic journey that you've lived so far in your music in Atlanta and abroad. I really appreciate you sitting down with me. We want to thank you once again for tuning in to What's Happening in These Streets with Mr. Albert White. As we discussed, you can find me at home. Have a wonderful evening and be well.
Thank you.
And thank you, Atlanta. Good night.